Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com talking today, the last section of our Writer Dreams series about your reps. Now, lots of people talk about agents and managers in the television entertainment industry space, TV screenwriters, all that stuff. And here's the interesting thing that I have to say to you in particular. Well, you might have a rep, you might not have a rep. But if you do, and when you do, even if you don't now, I believe that there's a particular way to think about those people. Now, number one, nobody will ever talk about this, but of course, because of the financial structure of the way it works, those folks work for you. So let's just put that aside for the moment. They'll probably never admit that. It might not be a great thing to bring up at any particular time, but that is the data. And in the space of those people being your support team, whether it's your agent, your manager, your attorney, or anybody else in your circle, I think the best thing that we can do as writers, as creators, is to write a good story about our relationships with our reps. How many times are people saying, "Oh, they're terrible. I never hear from them. They're this, they're that, whatever it is." Now, I'm not saying don't be realistic. If you actually have a difficult relationship with your representatives, you should acknowledge that and do whatever you can to repair it. But I do think that there's a space where we can imagine, we can dream up, we can visualize support, we can visualize good conversations. We can visualize that, what we want, they want. And we can keep in touch. So many people I know don't keep in touch with their reps. They just ignore those folks entirely if they're not having a good space or a good relationship with them. And I think there's some stuff to do in terms of etiquette. So let's break it down. Number one, I think it's really important that we envision good relationships with our representatives. Number two, I think it's really important that we get to know them and connect. You might be Facebook friends, or you might, put some information in your date book or your address book so that you know when your agent or manager's birthday is, so that you at least send them an email, with maybe a funny graphic that says, "Hey, I hope you have a great day," so that you're connected to them enough to send a holiday card or a holiday gift, or to acknowledge when they're going through something great or when they're going through something difficult. That you're able to reach out to them and build an actual relationship, not just transactional, but actually person to person. I think that will always help in your writing career. And this is really important. Part of the relationship is that you need to build a desire. You need to build a vision of what it is you're interested in your career, and you need to let them know. So the same piece that you might do in marketing yourself to an executive you haven't met, or on a TV job, or on a film project, or whatever it is, you've got to know, and you've got to make sure that your rep, those folks who represent you, also know where you're from and what you like and what you're interested in, what kind of work you're making and what gets you going, and how much you love your dog or your family or the Boy Scouts or whatever it is, to let those people know who you are in a really genuine way so that they can help represent you, which they do, to the world, to other people who are buying things, thinking about projects, hiring writers. If you don't let your reps know who you really are, if you just treat them like, I don't know, an employment agency rather than a human being, if you don't build those relationships and strengthen those relationship muscles with your team, you're not going to get good service from these people who ultimately work for you. The other thing that I want to say in terms of this is that you need to also keep in touch. So not only do you want to set it up with like a good relationship to begin with, knowing their birthdays, all of that stuff, connecting, at holiday time, letting them know who you are as a writer. But I think it's very important with reps to send them regular or semi-regular emails that let them know what you're up to, right? Just like your aunt or your grandma or your favorite cousin, your reps want to know, "Hey, I'm about to do this thing," even if it's not in the industry. "Hey, I'm about to, open this museum thing that I worked on. Hey, I'm writing this such and such thing. Hey, I'm volunteering in this space. Hey, I hope you're well. Hey, I'm interested in such and such. Hey, did you hear about the blah, blah, blah?" Like, again, a regular, connected, steady opportunity to let them know what you're doing, what you're watching, what you're interested in, what you're working on. And this may also go for things like, I'll tell my TV agents about theater stuff that I do. I don't know that they care that much about it, but it's a way to keep in touch. It's a way to let them know what I'm up to. And sometimes they want to read that material and vice versa, right? I will let my reps know what's going on because that's the way that I use my imagination, that I write the story in my visioning brain, that I write the story of a successful relationship with the agents who are on my team, with the lawyer, with the manager, all of these people. It will only get better and improve if we're building a good story and envisioning things in a good way. So don't neglect it. Don't get scared. Don't get freaked out. Just think of these folks as people and bring forth a relationship with them that will benefit you, down the line and just in the moment, to be a decent human being, to be connected to them, to celebrate when they're celebrating, and to keep in touch like you would any other person in your sphere and in your life. I hope you take this advice because it's been really essential for me in my career, and I'm sure it'll be really helpful to you as well. Go to yourcreativelife.com to find out everything soup to nuts about how I can bring this particular kind of wisdom and others to bear for your individual writing life. In one-on-one sessions over email. We do email coaching. Check out other things there like the free newsletter that comes out every single month and the podcast, the Beyond the Script podcast that comes out also periodically. So, and look, give this video a thumbs up if you appreciate it and subscribe to this channel that now has more than 200 videos with specific things that can help you in your writing life. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time.